Welcome back to another episode of Rock Boys Football. Marcus Freeman, Notre Dame, continue to build a special class in 2026. Three-star tight end Preston Fryzel committing to Notre Dame Monday morning. This one is probably easy for a lot of Notre Dame fans to allow to fly under the radar, especially on the back of, Kerry Adams and Joey O'Brien committing this weekend. This kid has the potential to be an absolute difference maker as a pass catching tight end. Now, you look at the ranking, to me, I kind of throwing that ranking out a little bit. I think he's a three-star ranking because there's a lot of physical development that needs to take place with a guy like Preston Fryzel. But you turn on that junior year film and you see two really unique attributes at the tight end position. One's the movement skills. This kid is legitimately running by defensive backs in the deeper third. There aren't defensive backs that can run with this kid down the field. And then the second thing you see, the body control and physicality at the catch point. Look, he's got a ways to go in terms of putting on some weight so he can adequately inline run block at that tight end position. But in terms of physicality at the catch point, there ain't many guys that I think do it better than Preston Fryzel. This kid, to me, fires me up because I think that there's a real pathway for Preston Fryzel to be one of those tight ends that you can really feature a passing attack through over the next couple of years. And it was, kind of that one part about Notre Dame's class in 2026 that you wanted a little bit more of, the difference makers as pass catchers. Because one of the things I love about Notre Dame's class in 2026 is not only is it a comfortably top 5 class in the country, you're also looking at it and saying, hey, it's really complete. You got your quarterback in Noah Grubbs. You have two elite running backs coming into the 2026 class. I'm a massive fan of Javion Osborne. 5 offensive line commits already. Solid group coming in on the defensive line, headlined by 5-star Ronnie Dunham. You have the in my opinion, the most dynamic trio of guys coming into the secondary between Kerry Adams, Joey O'Brien, and Aiden Pouncey. We're checking all the boxes that we're looking at for an elite class in 2026. We just wanted a few more difference makers in the pass catching department. I get it's not super flashy to really highlight a 3-star tight end. I think this kid has the ability to be that kind of dude for Notre Dame over the next couple of years. Going to get into a little bit of the film, talk about the skill set I think Preston Fryzel has. Before we get into it, as always, Notre Dame fans, appreciate you guys. It been a very busy last couple of weeks and months talking this program on the recruiting trail. I think Notre Dame is poised to, I think what excites me the most is they're capitalizing on the on-field momentum. Notre Dame's always been a program that can recruit top 10, maybe top 8 classes, but we've never seen them really consistently get over the hump and recruit top 5 classes. Notre Dame's doing that in 2026. Marcus Freeman has this program feeling a little bit different. For myself, it's been really fun breaking down what they've done on the recruiting trail. The amount of support's been amazing. Appreciate you guys. If y'all do enjoy the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Without further ado, let's get into Preston Fryzel. And I want to get into the film of him because it's really fun to watch what he does as a junior. Number one, his body control when the football is in the air and that coordination, very, very impressive, which, sometimes when we're talking tight ends, we get super wrapped up in the size, speed profile, of which I think Preston Fryzel has, and we're going to talk about it. But one of the things that I think separates a lot of tight ends is their ability to make plays in traffic and make some of those contested catches, especially in the red area. Preston Fryzel, very, very comfortable making those contested catches. The second thing you're going to see very clearly, he moves a little bit differently as a pass catcher with that size. At 6'4", 220, he looks like a wide receiver in terms of the movement patterns. And in fact, he plays wide receiver at the high school ranks. He's going to be a problem. Like, if you're a linebacker that's going to try to run with Preston Fryzel, you don't really stand a chance. If you're a defensive back, you're probably going to struggle with the size. He's that definition of a matchup nightmare when you're talking about pass catching tight ends. Now, the one negative or the one knock on his game, the reason I think he's as lowly ranked as he is you don't really know what he's going to be as an inline blocker. And there's going to need to be some development that takes place. And look, the fact of the matter might be he might not be an elite inline blocker for Notre Dame during his career. I think the pass catching chops make up for that department that might be lacking. And we'll see. Like, what's this kid going to look like? He ain't going to play as a freshman. It's going to be the first 18 months. It's weight room, eating. See if you can get that size on you to be a guy that can be a presence as an inline blocker. If you can get the weight on him and get the physicality on him the right way and maintain what this kid can do athletically as a pass catcher, in my opinion, diamond in the rough for Notre Dame right here. Want to just get into a little bit of the film here. And again, it starts with he just moves a little bit different than you're used to seeing these bigger pass catchers move. Nice release off the line of scrimmage, but his comfortability in these situations and the body control and the coordination, really, really impressive. And you see it pretty consistently on the film. And then the second rep, you're going to see, again, most of the time kind of splitting out as a wide receiver. He's going to run right by the safety. And you're going to see the speed. I mean, that's a little different get off for a guy that's 6'4", 220. And he's going to run right by this. The safety doesn't stand a chance. Tracking the ball really comfortably. You see him pulling away from defensive backs. This kid can burn for the size that he has. And then you continue to work through some of the film and you just see him winning in so many different ways, whether it's with the speed, whether it's with the, again, body control, coordination, contested catches. I think he can be a difference maker as a pass catcher at the tight end position. Really decent feel as a pass catcher too, which I think is really important for tight ends. Like right here, you're going to be seeing him working the seam, but he's going to throttle it down and kind of sit it down. Like noticing we're getting some zone coverage here. I'm going to make myself presentable for the quarterback, be a really, really big target over the middle of the field, and I'm going to get after it after the catch, and I'm going to pull away. Again, you ain't going to find many guys who are 6'4", 220 that move the way that Preston Fryzel does. And then this is just like the classic. Most of the film is just this. Like we're going to put 3 on one side, get a 1-on-1 matchup. We're just going to throw Preston Fryzel some jump ball situations and just go let him be dominant at the catch point because he's very comfortable doing so. I like this kid a lot. And you look at Notre Dame's class in 2026, and it's comfortably top 5, number 3 in the country, and it seems like Notre Dame might be trending for more. Marcus Freeman putting together a class. And the thing that, again, keeps coming to my mind is Marcus Freeman's maximizing Notre Dame. And he's taking a program that Brian Kelly left this program. We've talked about this. Brian Kelly left this program because he didn't think there was a ceiling of a national championship. Hey, Notre Dame's a great job, really good program, always going to be a top 15 program in the country, but I can't get over the hump at this program. I need to go to LSU. Marcus Freeman's taken over Notre Dame, and he's maximized it and elevated it in a way that Brian Kelly could not. That's what stands out to me about what Marcus Freeman is doing at Notre Dame. We know Notre Dame has, in my opinion, one of, if not the best coaching staffs in the country. Like the player development has been elite for Marcus Freeman. The coordinator hires, in my opinion, have been very, very good. We'll see about Chris Ash. Y'all know I got some question marks, but hey, why not trust Marcus Freeman in terms of what he's done? I guess the point I'm trying to make is the last thing we wanted to see was that talent acquisition. What we're doing on the recruiting trail, jump from 10th to top 5. You top 5 and supplement in the portal, you're going to have some of the more talented rosters in the country. And then you combine that with the coaching staff and player development and culture. That's the recipe, man, for the national championship. That's the recipe for national championship programs. And that's how I see Notre Dame moving right now. We'll close it out there. Appreciate you guys rocking with it. Preston Fryzel, I think this dude rocks. Very excited to see what he can do at Notre Dame. We'll talk to y'all later.